Welcome. I'm so glad that you can join me here today. 260 on point number 4. What is faith? And in continuation from previous, as we move forward on this thing called faith. And these are going to be 3 pages for today. So if you'd like to make some time and space and room for it, we shall begin. Pages 650, 51, 52 from the novel named after my ministry, TheSovereignLight. And how do you do? My name is Reverend Maria Arvanitidis, and this is a course in metaphysical spirituality. It is an audiovisual book, version of my book, rather. And shall we begin? And like always, let's find that still center point from within, stillness, and feel ourselves sinking into it, and ground and center and anchor through the heart space center as we take a few deep breaths in and release out. And this is more about very basic, simple things like Kriya Yoga, and then we extend it and to other levels of comfort that we might be feeling, meaning have your back straight at all times as we take this in. Take a few deep breaths in and feel it going right through like a pillar of light. This neutrinos from the galaxy and the star, the sun, that brings forth this photonic light and information that we can take in to our soul and learn and decode. This nutrition, it's the mana for the soul. And as we lighten up with every bit of our spirit, let's begin with this thing called will within our force, within our being, to just allow it to be. Just allow it to be and surrender and perfect trust into it. We can only guide it through faith. And like as taught before, directly or indirectly. And let's begin, shall we? The self does not have to be completely unaware. And in its continued allowance of this thing called grace, to feel this frequency of grace and shine. Take another deep breath in and release it. All that is needed is this thing called faith and the certainty to trust and to be open through this thing called breathing, this breath, and just feel the joy, feel the love it brings from within. This love, this nurturing, this self-fulfillment of your own nurturer, inner nurturer. And quench that inner child with it. Shall we begin today's activation? And what you get from it, you can leverage throughout the day or come back to it, pause. You can also find it on TikTok, just the affirmation for the day if you'd like. Faith gives me strength enough to stand my ground with certainty and feel the freedom from this truth. Faith gives me strength enough to stand my ground with certainty and feel the freedom from this truth. And take another deep breath in. Faith gives me strength enough to stand my ground with certainty and feel the freedom from this truth throughout the day. This goal is but to follow the heart in every dream that it endeavors with the mind. To know it will not always be congruent and with the making of its worldly plans from the common thread and of such conventional ways as to distort the mission. To be able to plan it out will bring about more adversary and to the once nonsensical dream that miracles are made from. Yes, welcome to 4D. The mind likes to always take over because it can make proof of everything and into great detail. A story is ready. The longer the story tries to remain the same, and especially before it happens, the more resistance it will come to face from change. To truly savor the journey is to take it and step by step to feel the joy of every moment, savor every last drop. The light will shine as an accomplishment onto the next, and then the next. This is faith. Be grateful that the self is aware enough and to see for every achievement the many things it has accomplished, and enough, and to see the many holes within the false reality, that it is aware enough to see that as well. I guess, as I mentioned before, welcome to Polaris. Within the galaxy where we are from 26,000 years, as I was mentioning before, it sees the world always tries to blame itself for the distortions to why it can't fit in, and to generate for its own existence in this way. Well, the purpose for today is to be outed enough and to realize that the self is standing on the outside looking in. Be in the faith to stand authentically as sovereign. And that's your mission. That's the vision. And this is the purpose for today. And so what has happened here is I'm running out of juice on my lithium here. And so I'm going to, yes, today was pages 650. And that was it, I suppose. Yes. Day 260, lesson 226. Faith gives me strength enough to stand my ground with certainty and feel the freedom from this truth. Faith gives me strength enough to stand my ground with certainty and feel the freedom from this truth. Faith will give you strength enough because you are enough. Just be in that knowing alone and stand firm, stand your ground, be grounded every time. We've been practicing this every day, how to become that and stand your ground and own your space with certainty and feel the freedom from this truth. So truly believe it when you say this, when you read it. Feel it throughout the day and give it some meaning and let it change your world, making you that much more stronger and fearless. Faith gives me strength enough to stand my ground with certainty and feel the freedom from this truth. And until next time, stay tuned for lesson 227.